Hello and welcome to The Update. I'm Heidi Tiltons. The lawyer for Australian runner Peter Bol says he's now focusing on the future after his provisional suspension was lifted. Bol has maintained his innocence since being provisionally banned over a positive result for EPO and now says his B sample hasn't confirmed his A sample. Lawyer Paul Green says his client is relieved he's been vindicated.
It's now a situation of trying to just move on from this, but it's difficult because it's dominated his life in the last month.
But Sport Integrity Australia says the rules require a second opinion on the second sample and investigations remain ongoing. The hunt for a mass shooting suspect in the US has ended after he turned the gun on himself. Authorities swarmed the Michigan State University campus after reports of shots being fired. 3 people have been confirmed to have died, while another 5 are being treated for gunshot wounds in hospital. The Albanese government is being accused of not doing enough to ease inflationary pressure on the economy. After 9 successive interest rate rises, the Reserve Bank is still warning of more to come. The opposition's Simon Birmingham says the government needs to take responsibility.
The Albanese government at present has put more spending programs in place, is creating multi-billion-dollar funds, has industrial relations reforms that will hurt productivity, and all of these things just add to the pressure on inflation and therefore the pressure on the Reserve Bank.
The Defence Force has been deployed in New Zealand, where a state of emergency has been declared due to the devastating effects of a cyclone. Some people on the North Island are being warned they might be waiting weeks for power to be restored. Fijian police have confirmed electrocution as the cause of death for an 8-year-old boy found dead at a resort. The Sydney boy, who was a New Zealand citizen, was found motionless near a flower garden at the hotel. About 365 kilograms of cocaine has been found in air skis off the coast of WA almost a week after 3 men were rescued from the ocean. Federal police say an investigation was started after the story of capsizing while fishing appeared inconsistent. A breakthrough study has found decaf could actually help coffee addicts kick the habit. Researchers at Sydney University have found caffeine withdrawal symptoms like headaches, fatigue and irritability shrank after participants drank decaf, regardless of whether or not they knew it was caffeine-free. In sport, almost $2.5 million has been paid for Australian players in the first ever Women's Premier League auction in India. All-rounder Ash Gardner picking up a $558,000 paycheck from the Giants. The Hockeyroos remain unbeaten at the Pro League Series in Sydney after beating China, and in Kansas City, thousands have turned out for a street parade to honour the Chiefs after their Super Bowl win. In entertainment news, it seems Rihanna is laughing all the way to the bank following yesterday's Super Bowl halftime performance. The singer's music seeing a whopping 640% increase in Spotify streaming immediately after her 13-minute performance. Steven Spielberg insists he has no regrets about turning down the offer to direct the first Harry Potter film. The movie icon says Harry Potter was one of several he chose to turn down, and the decision meant he was able to watch his children grow up. And S Club 7 is bringing it back for a 25th anniversary tour, but you'll have to dust off the passport. The original lineup will reunite for a series of concerts across the UK and Ireland in October. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcast News team, but we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.